Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Vinland Saga Season 2 episode number 21 reaction. So the previous episode, the battle continues. uh, Ketil and his people obviously are losing, and we get Thorgil going in the back, sneaking behind Canute and almost getting him. However, Canute knows his self-defense techniques, so he was almost able to protect himself. Like his even though his hand broke because Thorgil swung so hard, and however, he was able to defend himself up until the point that Wolf comes in and helps him out. And later on, Thorgil realizing that, oh, it's kind of, like a messy situation, they'll get me, he goes away and runs back and goes into the water. So yeah, that's what happens. While using that opportunity, Snake orders everyone to retreat. Ketil is not happy about this, but yeah, nobody's listening to him because their lives are on the line. And in the end, he gets injured, Ketil, but he's alive by the end of it. And then we get to see more of Arnheid, her last moments, how she, thanks Thorfinn, Einar about, helping her out, how she enjoyed, talking to them. And now she's going to go back to Gardar and his and her children, because there's no one left in this world. None of her loved ones is left in this world again. Einar kind of confesses, but Arnheid passes away, and like that is it. In the end, Einar comes in, gets confronted with Snake, who has Kettle in his back, tries to attack him, but Thorfinn stops him, and even wasn't able to properly stop him. Then he had to punch him to stop him, so that he doesn't go walking in the same path that Thorfinn has walked. In the end, with everything kind of completed, the battle has been over. Thorfinn decides to go and meet Canute and stop this once and for all, and leave. In the end, accepts and says that, all right, I'll be waiting for you. So yeah, let's begin. Let's see what happens in this episode number 21. Let's get started. I'll be putting subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. So here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Oh. Ah. Oh boy, can you be surprised seeing Thorfinn here, because yeah, he doesn't know that Thorfinn is here. Damn. Oh my god, yeah, they actually censored it. Damn. Requisition. What? Oh, okay, go there. Okay. Yes, thank you. Because yeah, these people we don't trust them. Exactly, that's what they're going to do. Hmm. Well, Forky's not happy. It's so funny. Whenever I look at him, his head is like a rectangle. His hairstyle and everything. Oh boy, Daddy's here. There's those who will live. Damn. Hmm. Wow. It's like completely opposite. Like he's walking the complete opposite path of Thorfinn. And he knows that. He knows what he's doing. And because he's a king for the. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, ray of sunshine. Oh, he just realized that no one's there with him. Like, what? Oh, is he like. Okay. Hmm. Oh, so. All, Allmar. Courage. Oh boy, everyone's like dead or dying. Oh boy. Oh. Yep, this is war. You wanted war, Olmar? There you go. You got it. Damn. Oh my god, this is just so. Oh, this is that girl. The girl. Oh boy. Oh. Oh boy. Yep. Damn, here we go. It's crazy how he didn't even take any life, and even he's getting these like like this the flashbacks like Thorfinn. Like that is how crazy like war is. Like just oh Oh, oh boy. Well, oh, there he is. Great. Let's see what Thorgil decides. What? This is what you have to say? Oh my god. Yo, this girl, this lady. Yo, someone's. Well. Oh god, please stop this. You little. Yeah, like you did before? Man, shut the hell up. This. Yeah, like you did? He's like, yeah, daddy's just. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, Olmar. Oh, this is. Okay. Wow, everyone's looking at him now. Great. And he's like, just, just end this. Come on, bring up the courage and say that no, I don't want any of this. Let's surrender. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Man, shut. Just. Why don't you go in the battlefield and fight? Yeah. Man, shut the hell up. Yeah, you are the one who started it. What the hell? God damn. Yeah, you're trying to manipulate him now. Wow. He's like, yeah, would have done this either way. Good God. The confidence. Is that so? Oh, you know what? Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Almar. Yeah, just tell him in front of his face. Just. Hmm. The courage to accept the mockery. Wow. Look at the mother. Like, look at her. Yes. Yeah, and he's the leader of this place now. He's his successor. Yep. Yeah. Mm. Good God. Like, just let him leave. He's probably going away. Like, just let him piss off. Yeah, you have fun, like, having your uh, whatever battle you want to. Just, just let him go. Battle hungry people like him just. But your weakness ruined a lot more. Hmm. Yep. Oh, he went to leave. Yep. Hmm. And he's a changed person now. Obviously, he's going to keep his promise. Oh, here we go. This should be interesting. Oh, is he already here? Thorfinn? What the? Who's this? One of the Yoms Vikings? Yeah, Shorty. Hmm. They're like, oh, the master. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. A round of applause for that amazing joke. Hmm. And I'm sure Canute will, like, if he gets to know, he's immediately going to come. But yeah, these people are going to be a problem. He's like, oh, you little shorty, you became his god, ha 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 ha. Whoa. Look at him. Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. These people. Oh god, he's gonna get punched again. He's like, yeah, what happened? You became weak? You became weak, drought? Yeah. Oh god. Oh, is Einar here? No. Wait, what's going on? Come on, tell the name. Tell the name. The name, please. The name. Yes. 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 Oh, yo, look at Floki. Floki. Yep. Okay, what's he going to do? Oh yeah, that. Oh. Oh no, is he? Oh god. Good god. Yeah. Oh, is he like dodging? Yep. He's dodging. Wow, you suck, dude. Wow, you're a clown. Stop this. They're actually betting on this. Wow. Oh, we got distracted for a moment. Oh, he's going to get up again. Oh, Einar is here. Nope, he is going to. Wow. Wait, someone betted for Thorfinn? Yeah. What? Oh, okay, okay, okay. He wasn't there. Damn, there's a few people who are like, he can take 20 hits. Wow. Alright, I feel like. Ooh. Oh. Yep. Yeah, take me to the king. Damn, he's gonna get punched deliberately now. He won't be dodging now, I'm guessing. Oh boy. What's he gonna say? 90? What? Okay, that is ridiculous. 100? How? Okay. Hmm. You did meet a few nice people, in our night. Pater, yeah, Spherical, Snake. Hmm. Is a trick to getting hit? Oh god. Bear killer? Great. Oh boy. Okay. Well, mm, that's it. So, this episode. All right. So we begin this episode with, yeah, the battle has temporarily ended, and Canute orders Floki to go and tell his men to stop, not to go and like go in one of the go to the village and like Floki was saying how he needs like his men to go and requisition some houses. I think that's what he said. But yeah, Canute knows what's going to happen because these are the Vikings, the Jones Vikings. They're not going to stop. They're going to just do whatever the hell they want to, destroy the village, like kill people, like loot their stuff. And that's why Canute is like, nope, you guys are not going anywhere. I'm going to take the farm for myself, not pillage it. So yeah, and Floki's like, oh, it is their right because they are the ones who, like um, got the win for the victory. They're the ones who got the victory. But Country's like, no, you're gonna listen to me, and yeah, no one's going close to the village. Floki's like, all right, fine, and yeah, Floki must be seething inside, like he's just like, wow, like it's crazy how he's still like like just here. Like this guy, like he deserves some actual like some actual just like like some punishment. Like this guy's like one of the worst characters of this series. Like from the first episode, he with his like like schemes, just like just like scheming behind everyone's backs, just continuously doing the whole, like like first he tried to kill Thors, and then after that, like this nonsense, the whole Ashalard, like situation. Now here in this, like he's just trying whatever the hell he's wanting to do. But anyways, Canute is not having any of that, and Canute is like, yeah, no one's going near the village. So as always, the curse of the crown comes back, and yeah, he's the curse of the crown. The king is like, oh, you're feeling remorseful, Canute, but he's like, but nah, you're going through the right path, like you're going to walk a path of corpses. That is what kings do. This is what powers does to you. Like focusing on the greater good, and like doing anything to reach that goal. And that is what like he's doing, and the curse of the crown is just laughing, mocking him, and just you know like he always does. So all right, after that, Einar was in front of the grave, and he realizes like no one's beside him, and he probably thought like, where's Thorfinn, and he went to, I'm guessing he went to Leif to ask what happened, and Leif gave him the information that Thorfinn has gone to Canute. All right, now we are back to the village. Like everyone's dying. With everything that happened, no one is not injured. Everyone is injured. And I'm guessing the people who weren't injured, who were able to run away from this, they're probably off. Like they probably packed their bag and just left. I doubt any of them are here. So all the people who are here currently are people who got injured, died, and their family members. The family members are trying to patch them up. You're seeing like so many people just like missing limbs, missing like parts of their body, just bleeding, unconscious, and everyone, all their family members, they're trying to like suppress the blood and just trying to keep them safe and cure them. So here we meet this girl, the girl who was with Olmar in the second or the first episode, I think. And his father, her father, has lost both his arms, and yeah, he's not going to be alive for long because he lost both of his arms and he's like bleeding out. So he's probably going to die sooner or later. And this is back in those days, like obviously like with that amount of blood lost and not good enough medical conditions, yeah, no one's surviving this. So with his last amount of breath, he's like, please take care of my little girl and my family. And Olma just throws up, and yeah, he's crying, and he realizes that this what I wanted? Is this the war that I wanted? And this kind of reminded me so much of like something in real life. Like it's crazy how people just don't really think, like people think that, oh, war is something that is so cool. Like it's still nowadays, it is also still there. You guys remember when was it? I think it was in 2020, or was it 2022? I don't remember exactly the year, but there was a year in the, I think in the new year. It was 2020, I think. Yeah, the new year of 2020, most probably. There was like a rumor going around that things about World War III or something, and I remember like there's like something going on in the internet, and I'm pretty sure you guys know, like there's this whole thing going on like in YouTube, in the internet, like everywhere it's like there. And I saw so many people just making so light of the situation, even though it was a rumor. Still talking about that rumor, people, obviously there are people who are probably joking about it because they knew none of this was going to happen, but I'm pretty sure there are a few people who are actually genuinely serious when they were talking about like, oh, this should be fun. That was what they were talking about, how, oh, war should be fun. And I was baffled looking at these posts and these comments, and I'm like, what the hell are these people on? Like what are they on about? Like what is this, like are they okay? Are they okay in the head? Like this is this is what is the world, like what's going on in the world. Like seeing here how everyone's just so excited about war, how Olmar was that excited little kid, like, oh, I'm going to go to war, I'm going to fight, I'm going to kill people. And now just look at him when he realizes what war actually is, the way he realizes here, and he immediately understands that Yeah, what a foolish little kid I was. I wanted this. This is what I wanted in front of me. Like loss of people, loss of loved ones, and just carnage. This is what I wanted, and this is what I was excited about. And yeah, this really reminded me of that time, like 2020. I think it was 2020, like when like the whole rumors were going around, and actually a few people were unironically excited about it. Unironically, there were, like I said, there were a few people I'm pretty sure who were like just joking about the situation, memeing it, and just like making like fun about it. They were not serious about it. That's okay. I guess that's not okay, but still, like it's better than the few amount of people who I'm pretty sure were genuinely excited. Like, good God, like people needs to chill. like, like, like it's crazy in this in this world. Stuff we see in the anime, and we think about how this is crazy. What crazy stuff is happening. Like sometimes there actually in reality that also happens, and this is one of those cases. Like Omar was that one kid who was so excited about war, and just look at him now. He has realized what an idiot he was. In no way, in no form is war fun or okay. War is loss of life. War just takes. It doesn't give you anything. It just takes from you everything. Even if you lose no life, it takes away resources. It destroys the earth. It pollutes the the world. It like the loss of life is one of the most like the biggest thing people talk about when talking about war. Other than that, so many things happen. Like I said, loss of resources, destruction of property, destruction of like everything, pollution of the land, pollution of like everything, like everything that's like there, like all the raw materials, the resources, and just and obviously loss of human life, loss of property, loss of like everything. It takes away from each and every aspect of of our life and everything. That is what war is about. And yeah, there are a few people who are ironically excited about that. Yeah, I understand. They haven't been to any war. They don't know what war is. Like only people who have no clue about what a war is, or who cannot even imagine what a war is. Like yeah, I also have no clue about what a war. But I can imagine it. I can at least imagine what could happen, and that like fills me with fear. Like people who don't have that basic amount of like like understanding, or the way they couldn't even think about what could happen. They are the only people who are excited about war, and Omar was one of them. And yeah, now he realizes what it is, and he's just throwing up, and that girl comes and kind of pats his back, and yeah, he comes to a decision, at least internally. Now later we get to see in the building. Oh, Thorgil is back. I actually thought Thorgil just left, but no, he came back. Oh, he came back. Thorgil is here, and everyone is here, and they're just like talking about what we should do. And Snake is like, "What should we do?" And Thorgil is like, "If we start the battle again, what will you do, Snake?" And Snake is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna join you." And he's like, yes, that's what I wanted, yeah. Like a few people I need. 20 people, and it'll be fine. Everything could be handled properly. And I'm like, dude, you had so many people with you, and you freaking failed. Like, what are you on about? You think like this time it's going to go smoothly? This time they're going to be even more serious about this. And there's definitely going to be bodyguards surrounding Canute. In no way are going to make the same mistake. So what are you on about? What are you going to do? Like you and 20 people against the 100 Yoms Vikings? Like shut the hell up. Like Thorgil is just so like out there, like full on crazy, like this battle hungry monster. Just like yeah. Like I can't even take him seriously now. With what he was saying here in this situation. I'm like, what the hell are you on about? Like, have you seen what's going on? And he's still like, yeah, we can fight 20 people I need. Shut up. It's just okay. Now and the mother also starts her own drama. She's like, I don't want to leave this place, and just throws water at the snake, and she's like, you freeloader. And yeah, because of this freeloader, your husband is alive. Like, good God, like Like all these people are just so insufferable little pricks. Like this lady in this situation is thinking about like her own selfish needs and situations. Like piss off. Like all these people just they're just here collectively here, just stationed here to annoy us. To annoy the audience. They're like doing their own thing and just yeah, like so there you go. Now what we should do? Sverkel is like, oh, we should ask the person who is in charge. Kettle is just out. So yeah, the person who Kettle has named as a successor, Olmar. And thank God he named Olmar as the successor, because if he named, he probably wouldn't, because Thorgil is not at home at all. He's just outside. So, but still, just in case, if by any mistake he made Thorgil the successor, oh boy, this story would have gone in a very different way. So yeah, thank God, that Olmar was the successor, and Olmar has actually realized what is correct and what is incorrect. So yeah, Olmar is here. They bring Olmar over here, and they're like, tell us, what will you do? And I feel like Thorgil was probably convinced that Olmar will be like, oh, let's fight. And you know what the funny thing is? Like, it's so crazy. Like, if you see this whole situation, you'll realize that Thorgil is actually clueless. You know what he's clueless about? He's clueless as to how this whole situation is actually bad. Like in his head, he's like, oh, we can fight, and that's all that is in his head. You see in this scene, he was actually convinced that Olmar would be like, oh, let's fight. When Olmar was like, no, you know what, let's surrender. I ain't doing any of this crap again. He was surprised. He was like, Olmar, you said you wanted to fight, and at that moment I realized that this guy actually thought that Olmar genuinely wanted to fight. He thought Olmar is like him, this battle-hungry monster. He actually thought that, and he was genuinely surprised when Olmar said that, oh, I don't want to fight. And you know what I think? I feel like Thorgil, he genuinely doesn't understand what is wrong with this whole situation. Like, so many people has died. That hasn't even registered. He knows so many people have died, but he doesn't just care. Like, that is the way his values are. And there's this whole thing about, when people do something wrong, they have the understanding that, you know what, I'm doing something wrong here. Most of the time, people who do something wrong, they understand, like, oh, what I'm doing is incorrect. I shouldn't have done that, but they do that wrong thing. And that is the thing. And then there are genuinely a few people who really doesn't understand that if they do something wrong, they genuinely don't understand that they've done something wrong. They're so clueless, and they're like, oh, I've did this crazy thing. I don't think I've done anything wrong. Like, that is how their morals work. That is Thorgil here. He genuinely doesn't understand what is wrong with this situation. So many people are dead. So many things are happening. He genuinely doesn't understand that this whole situation is actually abnormal. I guess it makes sense because he's always been in the battlefield. In the battlefield, this is normal for him, people dying left and right, all just sprawled on the ground, and his head is just like that. This whole situation is normal for him because that's how he has been in the battlefield outside. So for him, this situation is normal, and he's like, yeah, we can fight again, and that is how calm he is, how cool he is. So if you think about it, I cannot even genuinely blame this guy here because to him, nothing is wrong. He genuinely doesn't understand what is wrong. That's what the type of person he is. I don't think you can blame someone who genuinely doesn't understand what is wrong with the situation, who is clueless about what he's doing wrong. I cannot really blame them because this comes naturally to him, and this is a natural situation to him. So that type of thing, creatures, for example, let me just take an example, let's take a carnivorous animal like a lion or a tiger. They hunt animals. That is natural to them. That is something in their nature. If a lion kills an animal, will we blame the lion? No, we won't, because that's in their nature. That is the type of situation that's going on here. Thorgil, this is his nature. This is like natural to him. So I really cannot blame him. I cannot really say that, oh, like, this is all Thorgil's fault. This is natural to him. Like, he's genuinely clueless as to what is wrong in this situation. That is how mentally crazy he is. And staying in the battlefield has made him like this. So yeah, I can't even blame this dude. He's just naturally, he's just clueless. He's like, what's going on? I just want to fight. And here he obviously tells Olmar that, oh, you're a coward, Olmar. And then at first he goes to Olmar and he's like, oh, you know what? All right, let me talk to you. The king wanted this farm from the start. So yeah, that is why the whole battle started. And Olmar is like, but I'm the one who gave them an excuse to start the war. And Thorgil is like, people always find a reason to fight. And one thing is correct here, that even if Olmar didn't give them the reason to fight, Canute would have done it either way, because Canute had the goal of taking their farm. So he would have done that either way. So at that part, he's correct. They would have done this either way. So it's not really Olmar's fault if you think about it. They would have kind of tried to get our farm either way. And Thorgil is like, if it wasn't you, it would have been me or Dad. Yeah, that is kind of true. Like, they would have some way tried to kind of frame them into something and try to get the farm. So yeah, he's like, you're not at fault here. You defended your honor then. Right, Olmar? You did good? Your honor is more important than your life. Wow. And he's like, show your Nordic warrior in you again. And he actually screams here. He's like, I don't care. I don't want any of this. No more war. This isn't courage. And he says something really interesting here. He says that I screwed up in the presence of the king. I'm an incompetent man who deserves to be mocked. But here, this line, what he says, I didn't have the courage to silently accept their mockery. Yeah, so he's saying how he didn't have the courage to accept their mockery. Like, this is the thing. If you, he knows that he's weak and he isn't strong and, he shouldn't have done this. He knows it. But he still did it. He kind of provoked them, if you think about it. And even if Canute would have, gotten their farm in some way or the other, still, Olmar is talking about the fact that even if that would have happened, still at that situation, it was my fault, I didn't have the courage to accept their mockery. And this is something people who have the courage to accept, in a situation like that, to accept something that mockery that he was going through, I feel like that person is the bigger man in that, because you're right, you haven't done anything wrong, and there's people mocking you. If what Olmar did here is he went mad, he became mad, tried to attack them, this and that. And this is the philosophy of Thorfinn now. What he is currently going through, people are mocking Thorfinn in front of everybody. They're punching him and doing it. And Thorfinn has the courage to accept that mockery and stand his ground still. And you can see who are the people getting frustrated? It's them. They're the ones who are punching Thorfinn, and they're realizing that, oh, nothing is happening. This person is the bigger man. I'm being made a fool here. I'm attacking him and he's moving. He's not doing anything. He's not taking up his fists. And he's feeling the humiliation. So that's what I said. The people who has the courage to accept that mockery and accept that the punches in that situation. Obviously you should be in the correct at first. At first you should be in the correct. And if you are in the correct, if someone is mocking you, if someone is punching you, if you have the courage to accept that and take it in, which Thorfinn is doing currently, the person who is doing that to you, they will realize and they'll be humiliated. You will be the bigger man or woman in that situation. And that is what this is. And Olmar realized that. And Olmar is like, I didn't have the courage to accept that mockery. And he says, I cannot be like you, big brother. I don't care about the honor of the Norse warriors. And he's like, we're going to surrender. And he's like if you're going to banish me, if you're going to do something to me, just do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. No more battle. I'm going to surrender. And this part was like really interesting. You can see like Olmar is actually standing like just his ground in front of Thorgil, just looking at him like straight and not moving, not budging. And yeah, Thorgil realized that it's like there's no way he's going to be convinced now. And Snake is like, alright, I'm going to go with you. And then Thorgil is like, alright, fine, whatever. You guys have fun. You guys are cowards. Bye bye. Leaves. Good God. Yeah, just go, Thorgil. This place is not for you. Like he's probably going to be way more happier in the battlefield. Just leave. This place ain't for you. But yeah, like I said, this Thorgil is actually a very interesting character. Like I want to hate him, but I really cannot, because like I said, this is actually natural to him. This whole situation is so natural to him that I can't even hate this guy, because like I said, he doesn't really understand what is wrong here. He genuinely thinks what he's doing here is correct and is okay, because he's been so much in the battlefield. This is natural to him. And that is why I cannot hate him. I want to hate him. I want to say that, oh, this guy was the reason why everything happened. Like, yeah, Olmar did kind of start that whole thing, but he was the one who then kind of heated Olmar up, and then attacked and killed so many people over there, and all that stuff happened. So even though Canute would have gotten them either way, Thorgil was also a part of that whole mess. So even though I do want to say that, I do want to say how Thorgil was the one who just used so many people as bait so that he can go and attack. I want to blame him for that. And he definitely has done all these things, and he is wrong for that. But the crazy thing about him is that he feels this is all natural, and that is why I really cannot say anything about this guy. He's just this one of those wild people who just wants to stay and thrive in the battlefield. And I feel like people like him should just do that. Let him go in the battlefield and just fight till the end of his life, and yeah, he'll be happy with that, and let him be happy with that. Just don't bring that stuff over here. If you want to fight, just go whatever the hell you want to and fight. This place is not for you. So yeah, he left, and he realized that this is not for me, this place. Just left. Okay, now in the end, Sverkel kind of says we have lost everything in this whole situation. Ketil, you are the one who was responsible for all of this. But there is a good thing that happened here. That is, your son became a man, and all of it hasn't been for nothing. He's trying to find the good part in this whole mess. Okay, now we get to see Einar go to Leif, and Einar asks where did you where is Thorfinn, and Leif said, and he's like, why did you let him go? Weren't you waiting for him? And Leif is like, yeah, but I'm not going to let Thorfinn stop growing, and I know he has something to do. So those eyes weren't lying, and I'm just going to believe in him and wait. And Einar rushed to go to Thorfinn. Yeah. So now we see what Thorfinn is doing. Thorfinn is in front of these the Jones Vikings, and then there's this guy, the bear killer, or whatever the hell he is. I realized the scratch marks that probably was from the bear. The bear probably scratched him, and he lost his eye. And this guy, he's in front of him, and he's like Thorfinn is like I'm here from Ketil's farm. Can you please let me meet Canute? And he's laughing, and he's like, you're a slave, aren't you? Just mocking him in bad ways. And Thorfinn's not really taking any offense to that. Just calm. He's like, Canute should know my name. Tell him that I am Thorfinn, son of Thors, and he should remember me. And he's like, oh, you know the king. I don't believe you. You're a liar. And then he kind of punches him, and he's like, this part was kind of funny because he punches him, and Thorfinn just kind of gets hurt and kind of stands back, and he's like, oh, did that wake you up, shorty? I ain't never seen any guard as stinky and small as you. Everyone's laughing, and Thorfinn's like, if I offended you, then I apologize. And he's like, wait a minute. I punched him. Shouldn't he be on the ground? Like what's going on? And everyone's mocking him. They're like, oh, yo, like what is his name? Drot or something like that. His veins are popping up. Yeah, Drot, that's his name. They're like, oh, what's the matter, Drot? You became weak. Like, what was that? Like, why is he not on the ground? And he's pissed off. And then everyone's like egging the whole situation. And yeah, so while all of this was happening, Wolf goes and tells Canute that, oh, this is what's going on. And he brings up the name. He's like, oh, Thorfinn, the son of Thors is here. And I was for a moment, I was for a moment, I realized here that, oh, maybe Canute is not going to meet him. Because, like for Canute, he doesn't really want to meet Thorfinn for a few reasons, obviously. Number one, he doesn't want to, this is the path he has chosen. I feel like he thinks that if he goes and meets Thorfinn, he might start wavering on his path, because this path that he's walking in is a path of hardships and staining your own hands with blood. Like that is this path. He's like the curse of the crown said, you're walking on a path of corpses, for the greater good that you envision. So he thinks, I'm sure like Canute probably thinks that he's going to get wavered in that. That's number one reason he probably doesn't want to meet Thorfinn. Number two, he's ashamed, I think. Like the situation is reversed now, you see? He's ashamed to go and meet Thorfinn. And because this is the thing, Thorfinn is the bigger man here now, he's the person who is not really succumbing to violence, and he's just walking his own path filled with conviction and all that stuff, and he's walking the path of redemption, which obviously I don't know, I feel like Canute probably is ashamed to confront him in a way. I don't know, maybe this is just me, but I feel like that is definitely one of the reasons why Canute probably said that no. And also, like I said, another reason is probably he wants to get wavered in his path, and he doesn't want to meet him, and he's like, no, I'm not going to meet him. But this makes this situation even more complicated, because Thorfinn's getting punched over there, and Wolf goes and standing in the crowd and seeing what's going on. And this part was funny, Drot is trying to hit him and he's just dodging left, right, and everyone's mocking Drot, and Drot is getting more pissed off. And yeah, so okay, now here for a moment, Thorfinn realized that they're actually betting on him, and that kind of distracts him, so he gets punched and he falls down. So Einar comes in, and Einar tries to stop Thorfinn for doing this, and Einar is like, what are you doing? Let's go. Why are you even doing so much for Ketil? Just let these people, these monsters just fight. Let them fight and just do whatever the hell they want to. And Thorfinn's like, no, Einar, I'm grateful to Ketil, because there's so many things that I saw and learned here. There's so many people I met, yeah, obviously we had our fair share of trouble and so many bad things happened. But it is also true that here in this place, I met you, I met Arnheid, I met Sverkel, I met Snake, I met so many good people here. I met Pater, and these are all the people who have been good to me. And yeah, I don't want to disregard that. I want to pay back my dues. And don't you agree to that, Einar? And Einar, even if Einar also has his grudge against Ketil, it is also true that Ketil is also thankful to him, at least a little bit, because yeah, he's the one who bought him, and that is why he was also able to experience all of this. Yeah, definitely, he's never going to forgive Ketil, but still, it is also truth. What Thorfinn is telling is also true. They would never have met if Ketil didn't bring them here. So in that way, and they would have never have met so many nice people like Sverkels, like Pater, Snake, Arnheid. So yeah, and he's like, don't you want to repay your dues as well? And then, now Thorfinn asks one of the guys, and he's like, what are you guys betting on? And they're like, oh, at how many punches you're going to go down. And Thorfinn is and everyone's betting, and Thorfinn's like, I'm going to bet on me as well. However, I don't want any money. I'm going to bet on me. If I win, you're going to take me to the king. And so they're like, all right, that's interesting. That's an interesting thing. Now, here in this situation, obviously, he needs to get punched. So he cannot dodge in this situation. So he actually needs to stand, take the punches. So he's like, at how much is the bet going? And one of those dudes, they're like, oh, at 90. I'm like, what? Who the hell? Which maniac has thought that someone's going to get punched 90 amounts of time and they're still going to be fine? Which crazy person, made the bet 90? I want to see that person's face. I want to see that person get 90 punches. I want to see that person getting 90 times punched. Because what the hell is wrong with you? 90? What? You think someone is going to be fine after getting hit 90 times? Okay. Yeah. But anyways, Thorfinn's like, alright, then I'm going to bet on 100. So everyone's like, alright, and Ketil, not Ketil, Einar is like doesn't want him to go through this, but Thorfinn's like, no, I'm going to go through this. Let's do it. And everyone's like, that one dude is like, alright, if you are not able to win the bet, we're going to take your life. And the wolf is also seeing all of this, So yeah, this guy Drott, or whatever the hell his name is, he's very angry. He's like, oh, everyone's mocking me. I am the, what does he call himself? Bear killer? Yeah, the great Drott, the bear killer, has never been mocked like this before. I'm going to kill you. And yeah, he's just pissed. And like I said, this is the thing. Thorfinn has become the bigger man here because he's just standing there doing nothing. And this Drott guy, he's just making a fool of himself. Yeah, obviously Thorfinn is going to go through a crazy amount of punches from here onwards. But if he's able to survive by the end of it, yes, everyone will respect him. And I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. Probably fear him as well. Because they'll be like, what the hell is this guy? He's getting so many times punched and he's not moving. And I want to see Drott's face at the end of this. What I'm really curious. I'm kind of thinking, what type of face is he going to make? There's a few options. Number one, he's going to be surprised. Number two, he's going to be afraid of Thorfinn. Number three, he's going to get even madder at Thorfinn. He's going to get even angrier at him. And number four, maybe he's going to be, I think I said scared, didn't I? He's going to be scared of Thorfinn. So all these things. So I feel like either of which one will it be? I'm really curious as to see which one will it be. Because yeah, if someone gets punched 90 or 100 amounts of time and that person, if he's still standing, that's kind of scary. Not gonna lie. And this is the bear killer Drott we're talking about. His punches are strong. So yeah, let us see what happens. And I feel like 100 is an unrealistic amount of time. How is it possible that let's see what happens. Because 100, are you for real? Yeah, you know what, if I was the one punching Thorfinn 100 times, I'm sure he could take more of that. But this guy, this Drott guy, is this big bear killer Drott, 100 amounts of time. That is too unrealistic, I feel like. But let's see what happens. I don't know what is going to happen, but let's see. Anyways, that is it. That's my reaction to episode number 21 of Vinland Saga Season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And yes, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Vinland Saga. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.